Why is plant-based meal prep so time-consuming? Imagine opening your fridge and seeing a rainbow of vegetables, grains, and legumes all waiting to be turned into delicious meals. If you're trying to switch to a vegetarian or plant-based diet, you might notice that meal prep takes longer than you expected. That's because preparing plant-based meals involves more steps than grabbing a pre-made or processed option. Whole foods like vegetables, beans, and grains need washing, chopping, soaking, cooking, and seasoning. These steps add up and can make meal prep feel like a full-time job. One big reason is the variety of ingredients involved. For example, beans often need soaking overnight and then simmering for at least 1 hour. Grains like rice or quinoa requiring rinsing and then boiling for about 15 to 20 minutes. Fresh vegetables such as carrots, peppers, and leafy greens need thorough cleaning and chopping, which can take extra time especially if you want uniform pieces for even cooking. Combining all these different prep needs means juggling multiple tasks at once, which naturally extends the overall time. Another factor is the focus on whole foods. Unlike processed foods that are ready to heat and eat, whole plant foods demand more hands-on work. Peeling, dicing, and cooking from scratch is more time-consuming but ensures you get the freshest, most nutritious meals. Plus, many people want to create variety in their meals to keep things interesting and balanced. This often means preparing different recipes with different ingredients, which involves multiple cooking techniques and more dishes to wash. Meal planning also plays a role. To keep food fresh and tasty throughout the week, portioning and storing meals properly is essential. This might mean preparing different dishes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and dividing them into containers. Using larger quantities of staples like grains and legumes can help save time in the long run, but initially, it takes extra effort to cook and portion everything. Learning new cooking methods can slow things down at first. If you're new to plant-based cooking, you might need to look up recipes, learn how to use kitchen tools like pressure cookers or food processors, and get comfortable with unfamiliar techniques. Not having the right equipment can also add time, especially if you need to chop ingredients manually or cook in multiple batches. Grocery shopping can be more complex too. Finding fresh, seasonal, and sometimes specialty ingredients like chickpeas or kale can take longer than grabbing a few processed items or meat products. Visiting multiple stores or farmers markets might be necessary to get everything you need. But there are ways to make it easier. Batch cooking staples like rice, beans, and roasted vegetables can cut down prep time during the week. Using kitchen gadgets like pressure cookers or slow cookers speeds up cooking times. Planning meals ahead and sticking to simple recipes can also help. As you get more familiar with plant-based ingredients and techniques, your prep time will naturally decrease. For those transitioning to vegetarianism, the initial time investment can feel like a hurdle. Learning new recipes and cooking habits takes effort. But in the end, it pays off with better control over your nutrition, lower food costs, and the enjoyment of creating diverse, wholesome meals. So, while plant-based meal prep might seem time-consuming at first, it becomes easier and more efficient with practice and planning.